Yep. All right.
Every meeting I've been to in this chambers, about 2 or 3 minutes before the meeting, there's this little, everybody stop talking.
It's kind of funny. Bingo does that same thing. When the jackpot round comes around, everybody's real quiet. Okay, it is 10 o'clock and I will call the meeting of the Lenawee County Veterans Affairs Executive Committee to order. Roll call with Ted Crockett,
Here.
John Saxon,
Here.
Aaron Ricketts,
Here.
myself, Mike Shadbolt. We also have Tammy Sheldon, Tim Rupel, Trish Eshador, Commissioner Collins, County Administrator. Anyone else? Oh, and our 2 guests, sorry, guys. Uh, Approval of the agenda for the December 12th, 2025 meeting.
Ricketts makes a motion to approve the agenda. Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those approved, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, same. Approval of the minutes for the October 10th, 2025 meeting.
Crockett motion approve.
Got a motion? Can I get a second?
Second.
Okay.
Second.
I got a motion and a second for the minutes of the October 10th meeting. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Moving on to item 4, Service Officers Report.
Okay, the report of activities reflect the October and November activities because we did not meet last month. Now, let's see, let me highlight some figures here for you. We did 22 intent to files. Both months of October and November, where there were 10 appointments for claimant representatives. Fully developed claims, 1 month there was 28, and on another month, November was 11. Statement supported claims, we had 33 in October and 26 in November. Going to intent to files. 19 and 22. Stone applications, we had 4 for October and 2 for November. We charted, we have to chart the 70+ monetary benefits. There were 12 in October and 8 in November. Statements supported claims, or I should say transmitted letters, there was 54 in October and 44 in November. We did have 1 relief fund in October, and we had 1 Michigan Veterans Trust Fund in November. Copy DD 214s, 35 and then 31. Medical records and support claim, 304 in October and 701 pages in November. Do you have any questions on the report of activities before I move on? County burials, since the last meeting, we have two. One was a Persian Gulf veteran and the other one was a spouse of a Vietnam era veteran. So we had two, so that's a total of $600. So far, so for the year-end report, there were 14 county burials covered. You want me to go on to the meeting and occurrence reports? So this one's a collection since October. October 13th, we had our Alice training at the Human Services Building. It went very well. Scenes were up on the third floor. We locked down and we go in the back room and we can watch the front door through our security camera that we have on the ceiling, so we could actually see when the protruder's coming. And he did grab the doorknob, so we managed to get it. Tim runs out there and locks the door, and we all head in, pull the shades. Let's see, on October 14th, we had grant training under the new guidance. Tim and I sat through that, and we felt she was kind of shortchanged us on that one. And then October 14th, November 18th, and December 9th, there was the COC meeting that Chris and Tim sat through virtual meetings. October 15th, then I came over and attended the Board of Commissioners meeting to receive the proclamation, I can't even say this, honoring veterans in support of the Operation Green Light. And then 21st, we had the Human Services meeting. And we had the department had the Human Services meeting, where each department goes around and does an update. October 22nd and December 3rd, Tim attended the Veterans Treatment Court meetings virtually as they're monitoring the progress of the participants. Tim, do we still have 2 participants?
I think there's like 3 participants right now.
And then the October 23rd was our quarterly department head meeting here at the courthouse. November 1st, Tim attended an outreach event at the Eber Center at Comstock. Said he had pretty good flow of traffic.
Yeah, it was their first event. It was a health fair, and then about 75 participants that come in, and so which was probably good for that venue. It's really small. It's an old little school, so but it was a pretty good turnout for most parts.
And then on November 4th, Tim and I attended a meeting over at the courthouse here where we discussed operations of the department. On the 5th, Tim and I came back over to the courthouse for the Robinson Brain Health Study. We received our little assessment book and we watched a presentation so we could understand the material in our own assessments, which was kind of eye-opening. And then on November 5th, I turned in the second round of the fiscal County Veteran Service Fund grant under the new guidance. November 11th, Tim and I attended the 11 o'clock ceremony for Veterans Day at Monument Park. On the 12th, Tim and Chris attended the Project Connect and Veteran Stand Down, and Ted was also there, where they performed outreach, providing veterans-related information and resources. And I think you guys had a really good turnout that day. And then the 11th, November 13th and December 12th, Tim and Chris both attended, or virtually, Ted was in on that one too, the by name. It's where they discussed the homeless veteran cases in Lenawee County. November 18th, Chris attended the Coalition of Older Adult Services at the Human Services meeting. The topic was the support groups in the community for I'm really having trouble today. And missing community services and their barriers. And then December 3rd, myself, Tim, and Chris, we listened into a MBAA-supported seminar while we were working. The seminar was concerning the caregivers program. Then December 4th and December 10th, we worked on the grant again through that time, and we had an option to go with the first grant that was submitted or to go with the second grant that was submitted because they came back and revised how they were going to do things. We went with option number 2. And then they came back and asked us to provide quotes. And then they wanted the staff reports to be calculated differently. They wanted, Bev had to spend 2 days working on that to get that revised, and we got that in a day early, so that's back in. With everything, if they had just asked for the quotes in the guidance, then that would have saved that too. And then December 8th, Tim did a virtual meeting with the Veterans Coalition. And then on December 9th, Tim and I met with a state representative concerning the Michigan laws that govern our office. And then on the 10th, the department staff came over to the board commissioners meeting so that we could support John in recognition for his proclamation for the older adult volunteer year of the year award. Congratulations, John. And then on the 11th, which was yesterday, Tim and Ted had a discussion on housing, veteran housing. So, are there any questions on the meetings that we've? Everything's quiet. Nope. Okay.
Light didn't come on. Sorry. Item 5 on the agenda is existing business. Item A is review and recommend candidates for the LCDVA Executive Committee Board position. And we have 2 of the candidates here. Fellas, if you'd like to get up and just explain why you want to be on this board.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Todd Bailey. I go by TJ. I'm a retired military police officer of 21 years from the Army.
Woohoo!
Yes. And the reason why I want to do this, I love helping veterans. I love helping my people out. The men and women who put that uniform on, wrote that blank check, that could include giving their lives. In my previous position, being a VA police officer, I had more fun dealing with my veterans on non-police matters and just, hey, how are you doing today? And changing their outlook on stuff by just giving the greeting of the day to them. That can change their mindset from possibly wanting to harm themselves to, wait a minute, someone actually cares about them. And it starts with, hey, good morning. How you doing today, sir or ma'am? Doing good. How are you? Another beautiful day in paradise. So the reason why I want to do this is I want to be able to help the veterans in Lenawee County. Let them know that, we do care, that we're there for them, and they're not forgotten about. So any questions from you guys? Cool. Thank you. There's all. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you for your.
Hello, my name is Todd Gilman. I'm a U.S. Navy veteran. I served from 1985 to 1991. The reason I want to serve the VA is because, in a sense, the VA saved my life. Several years ago, I was in a very dark time in my life. I'm a cancer survivor. I've dealt with some issues from my past, and because of the VA, I'm here today. I'm a 100% disabled veteran. I've struggled with some things over my time. And I went through, and I'm uniquely, experienced in helping people get mental health, help, substance abuse help, medical help. I get my cancer screening through the VA because I'm a colon cancer survivor. Excuse me, I had some dental work done yesterday through the VA, so I'm struggling with a new partial I got put in. But because of that, I'm also experienced with the Chapter 35 VA benefits. I've been in the program with the VA for many, many years, and I want to give that knowledge to people of Lenawee County. I was a project manager in a former life. I sit on boards similar to these, so I am very familiar with Robert's Rules of Order. I don't know if you guys really have the need for that, which is good. But yeah, the VA has been wonderful to me, and I want to give back to the people of Lenawee County, to veterans, people who have been through the struggles that I've been through, and I've come out a much better person because of my help through the VA. And that's why I want to come here today and offer my experiences. And the first thing that I would do if I was on this board was to sit back, listen, and learn from everybody that's already been here, and then provide my insight on what we could do different, better, the same. Just be part of a team again, because I want to be bigger than something of myself. And that's what I felt when I was in the military. And that's what I want to bring to this board, is be something bigger than just me. So thank you very much.
Are we gonna make the recommendation now, or? Would any of the, board members like to make a recommendation, at this point? I'm sure that you've all, been able to look over their resumes and things like that. And, if you would like to make a recommendation, I would be open to that. I like them both. Can we just do them both? No? Sure.
You can't by one motion. Make them in both. Okay.
One.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you had two. Steve Wilson.
We have to make a recommendation to the commission.
State law says that it's the it's the Board of Commissioners who actually place the candidate on our committee.
I'm asking if we have to make a recommendation.
Ms. Murphy has got her hand up.
Yeah, one of the things, I know this is a little bit different because in the past, the candidates have gone directly to the Board of Commissioners, have interviewed in front of the Board of Commissioners, and then the Board of Commissioners make the appointment. However, one of the things that we have been moving to is having all of the committees who actually are doing the work make the recommendation to fill their vacancy. The only way they can be formally appointed is through the Board of Commissioners, but we receive that recommendation from all of the individual committees. So today you have two candidates, both obviously, I think everyone can see they're both very well versed and would be a great asset to this committee, no matter which way you go, but we only have one opening at this time. So what we're looking for is a recommendation from you to appoint one of these members or one of these individuals to be a member of this board. And then that will go forward to the Board of Commissioners in January at what's called our Ways and Means meeting. There's a section on that agenda where the board appointments are recommended. And then the following day is our Board of Commissioners meeting where actions taken the previous day are finalized. So the appointment would become effective in January.
Okay, thank you.
I have one question of the candidates. Could you both explain what you currently do now and your availability?
Yes, sir. Right now, I'm under the retirement thing right now, but actually I have a job interview at the Adrian High School today to be the lead instructor for the JROTC program. They're starting up for the 2026-2027 school year. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then once find out with that's have to get onto that to get everything all set up, go through the classes and stuff like that, sir.
So if, as a follow-up to that, if you did get that position, would you be able to attend these meetings?
Oh, yes. I can multitask and it's too easy with, the gentleman there, with being able to take like sick leave or whatever, or it could be administrative leave to come over here to, come to these meetings and stuff like that. And then, bounce from that and go back, to the instructor job, sir.
As I stated earlier, I'm 100% disabled vet, so this is what I do. So I will, offer my assistance even outside of the board. So my availability, I won't miss a meeting. So, thank you.
Chairman. I just want to make it clear to these two gentlemen, my position is advisory to this board. So I don't make a recommendation, I don't make a motion, just so you understand why I'm not making a motion or a recommendation.
Would it be more easily discussed if they were to step out momentarily?
It could happen. You have to have them.
Yes.
This is a public and open meeting. Keep in mind that you are being live streamed right now. So anything you say, whether the gentlemen are in the room or they decide to step out of the room,
Sure.
you are still in open session and you are still being live streamed.
Yes, sir.
Since you're replacing me, one of you, I'll just make a recommendation for Todd Gilman. I appreciate both of you though, in who you are. So do I need to make a motion or a recommendation is fine? I make a motion to recommend Todd Gilman as to fill the next LCDVA position. LCDVA Executive Committee Board.
There you go.
All right.
Sexton will second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to our recommendation is to appoint Todd Gilman as a member of the, okay, now I gotta read it, LCDVA Executive Committee. Well, I know, there's just too many letters there.
Actually, the recommendation, the motion should be that he recommends to the board commissioners that they appoint that position.
I am,
That's your vote.
that's my, my recommendation.
And I'll second that revised.
Okay, we have a motion and a second on the recommendation for the LCDVA Executive Committee position. All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. And thank you both for your interest.
Just for your information, gentlemen, particularly Todd, that recommendation will go to the Board of Commissioners for the next Board of Commissioners meeting. If Ways and Means approved, and then the Board of Commissioners voted down.
Yeah.
TJ.
All right, we'll move on to item B in Article 5 is a bylaw amendment, voting on a change of regular meetings from monthly to every other month. That would be under Article 6, item B in our rules here.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir.
I bring your attention to your bylaws. Article 7 states that all or parts of the bylaws may be amended, altered, changed, added to, or repealed by the affirmative vote of the majority of the members of the executive committee appointed and serving such notice of such change amendment was given to the executive committee at an earlier meeting. So what you need to do is today discuss it, next meeting, vote on it.
He did discuss it at the last meeting.
Indeed.
Yes, we did.
Okay. We didn't meet last month. There would be 4 last month? October meeting?
Yes.
And with that too, we have an amendment on there. It says if it's unanimous vote, then you can bring, if they can unanimously vote, if everyone votes on it, when it brings up at that day, they can, if everyone votes on it. It can go into effect. That's at the last page. That's my understanding of it too.
If I recall from the last meeting, I think I posed a question what the other counties were doing.
We had a meeting with Ms. Murphy and she explained that some of them meet not consistently every month. And if a meeting is needed in between meetings, the chair can do a call or meeting. And that's in the bylaws anyways.
Yes, because if it, if a emergency did come up where a veteran needed, some assistance, Tammy could call a special meeting. Then we could discuss that, approve, disapprove. Excuse me, yes, I would call a special meeting. Okay, so we have that amendment. I would entertain a motion to change the meeting or regular meetings from monthly to every other month.
Sexton moves to change our meetings to bi-monthly.
Okay, we got a motion. Do I have a second?
Brackett second.
Okay. That second, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. Ooh, excuse me.
Discussion.
No discussion.
Your bylaws also state that your annual meeting has to be in January. So I would suggest you make the move to, if in fact it's goes that.
And yeah, and that's our plan. Yeah.
January business.
Start January, second Friday of January. Yes. Any other discussion? Okay, so I have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Same, the motion carries. New business. Do we have any other new business? Seeing none, commissioner comments.
Could we go back to the previous point? If we were unable to meet like we did in last month in November, would we meet would we skip and go 2 months out, or would we just maybe meet the month in between? What would happen there? If we are unable to meet, if we can't get a quorum, I don't really love the idea of waiting another 2 months.
Well, we could call a special meeting for for that following month.
Right.
And then the month after that, we could get back on schedule. So at that point, we would be meeting like 2 months in a row technically. So if we could do something like that, would that be agreeable to you?
The note too is in January meeting, we will vote on the calendar too. So then we can, we'll figure out the calendar of that schedule. And so we can look at that. So.
Yes, sir.
Just for information, if you call a special meeting, you don't have to wait for the month. You can call a special meeting the next week.
Yes, yes. Yeah, we have done that. And, I've been on this board now, I don't know, for 10 years or so, give or take. We have had occasion where we've had to meet on special case.
Well, I think in the past, we've done it virtually too.
And yeah, we have.
Yeah. Still.
Any other questions? Okay. So we'll go on to item 7, commissioner comments.
I have done.
You have no comment? Okay. And we'll go to item 8, Michigan Veterans Trust Fund updates. From myself, since October, we've had 9 cases come through the regional committee. And for you folks, the regional committee takes in all of Southeast Michigan. And when they're, and we do, I think there's 9 counties. And, that all comes from Lansing. And, it's just, it's online. We do all that stuff online and we meet in person like once a year, but actually we haven't really done it since COVID. There was a question posed here recently from one of the other members is, hey, we need to get a meeting scheduled, but that's neither here nor there. Anyway, we've had 9 cases since we last met in October, and there was none from Lenawee County so far. I just checked my phone before we come in here because they're usually posted on Thursday afternoons, and I haven't got anything from this week yet. That's all I have on that. And we'll go to item 9, Veterans Relief Fund, review of Veterans Relief Fund applications.
We had application 25008, a 67-year-old Persian Gulf veteran who had lost his part-time job, which was helping him keep up on his bills. And so he had several past dues that we helped him out with and some other things. And I did assist a veteran with a trust fund application. And I believe the trust fund is waiting for additional information from him, and thus it's not at, and I see it as at committee, but it's not in your.
Oh, is that the
yet.
one that we talked about?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Public comment, item number 10, public comment. I would like to say one thing. Aaron's been on, this is into your 2nd term. It's been a pleasure working with you. I hate to see you go, but I understand, hey, life rolls on, you have other things to do, and I get that. But it's been a pleasure working with you, and I would just like to wish everybody in the room a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever you do. Just have a great time over the holidays and stuff like that. I hope to see you all back here in January.
I will also wish everybody a Nula Shanadi. Merry Christmas in Gaelic.
Okay. Is there any other comments? I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Ricketts makes a motion to adjourn. It's second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor? All those opposed? Okay. The meeting of the Lenawee County Department of Veterans Affairs Executive Committee is now adjourned.